I slept very well. I took a sleeping pill right after I finished streaming, and then I think at like 1:40 I passed out until like, I think I woke up exactly at 11. I don't know. I woke up very peacefully. Rabbit, thank you for the sub. It's been I had a really painful while. I don't know, there was like a 40-hour period where everything that was a part of me was just beating my ass. But I woke up and I was just like, good. This is good. You know, it was just the first time in a while I was just like, this is right. I made it to a place I want to be at. I don't know. For some reason my skin isn't even itchy right now. Like, it still looks like ass, but... So I don't know, I'm just, I'm happy. Really am. Oh yeah, I didn't even bother opening Twitter today or like anything like that. April Fool, I'm not opening nothing. I'll offer this place as a short respite from the... There's a single good April Fool's thing. Watch the new Simple Fools video. It's so good. It's so good. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna be playing Edge of Destiny today. I'm gonna try to get past 40, but I can't guarantee none. We'll see. We'll definitely see. No audio. Thank you for the 500 April bits. Catadialation. Like that amount. If I get 100 this stream, you won't believe it. That's fair. I won't, though. I mean, I can prove it's not pre-recorded real quickly. Watch this. I wouldn't do that if it was recorded. How would I? Hopefully that should dispel any thought on that being pre-recorded. I would. I mean, maybe, but why would I do that in response to someone? Go think of 500 bits. Catadialation. You're right, there's no I after the L. My bad. I need to hold that. Dude, abyssopelagic is crazy. Matt, what do you think of that word? Abyssopelagic. Apparently it's a real word. Warning, the context doesn't help anything. I'm not joking. I was playing modded Minecraft, and I was simply walking around, and a book fell out of nowhere, and inside of that book was like some long... So it was like some like, I don't know, it was like a monologue about nothing, and the word abyssopelagic appeared in it, which was just like, okay, you know, it's just like, I have people to say this stuff on pre-record. That would be something I would do, yeah, you're right. I would totally do that, actually. But you have to understand, if I was doing that, I wouldn't do that on April 1st. Dude, yeah, abyssopelagic? Like, that word's crazy. I feel ready today. Thank you for the 100 bits for Rabbit. I have so much more energy than the last time I streamed. I don't know how I managed to do that, or why anyone watched it. People kept telling me I sounded drunk, but guess what? Did you guys know that staying up for 24 hours is the same as like having your blood alcohol content above the legal driving limit? So you basically are, but just without the fun. Which is why you need to all make sure you sleep enough. It's important. And since I was like 40 hours or something into intense sleep deprivation, then yeah. It's so good. It's so good, yeah. I know what you mean, Matt. Such a high quality level. Like, what level would even do that nowadays? There's like a mix of like... See, what makes a word great isn't the amount of syllables it has, but like the way the syllables flow together. Like, abyssaplegic is like... It's so insane. I don't know. It's just insane. Like, that's crazy. I just couldn't believe my eyes when I saw that word. Hello, good morning, Izzy. It's not really morning, even for me. I woke up in the morning. Morning. Will it remain that way? No, I don't even think I want it to. I think I'll probably wake up, like... I'll probably wake up every day like noon. Because here's the truth, guys. I'd prefer to stream when you guys are getting out of school so you don't have to feel like you have to watch me in school or you're riding home or whatever. Oh my god, okay. Can't mess this one up. Catadilation. Thank you for the 5 gift subs. I'm the best. Mike! Are you here? Mike, are you here? I got it. Let's go. Thank you for the 5 gifted. But I think, honestly, streaming at like 3 p.m. is my best time to stream. Because people in Europe are still up and people in the US are still like, you know. They're coming home from school. How is this a map? This guy's dumb. I'm not agree. He thought he would. He thought we would agree. It's like the meme. How is this a map? What's a map in GD? I'm not calling this a map, bro. I'm not calling anything a GDM map. Yeah, I'm fun with this so far. I think it's really good. Nope. Dude, I don't know what I signed up for that is now leaking my phone to 1 million bots, but it's so annoying. That's the price of living in the modern world. It just started happening randomly one day. I don't ever give my phone for stuff. So I wonder really what it was. But then again, the truth is probably just random data leak somewhere. It just happens. It's the unfortunate truth. Nice. Counter dilation, thank you for the 5 gifted again. I hate money. Well, good news, I like money, so common goals. See, I didn't have to think about it anymore. That's how it is. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted. Appreciate it. Money is a silly concept. I actually don't like money at all, if we're being completely honest. Like, especially as a concept. I like lots of different types of music. Every so often, I remember that we have to pay to live on this earth, and I'm just like, that sucks. Look, here's the thing. If I wasn't born in the modern era, I wouldn't have to know any better. You know what I mean? Kind of. Oh, yo, thank you for the 5 gifted again. Thank you for the, I really appreciate that. Thank you. A lot of people see money as the end goal. Well, it's really the enabler to allow you to pursue the goal, but the people will never know that, will they? Why do I have to pay to live here? Because, yeah, it's stupid. I don't know, it's dumb. We can't go back now. All the stuff we know. It's, like, over. But, like, if I grew up in a society that didn't think that way, then I wouldn't have to care, you know? I think a lot of problems now stem from people spreading this lie that you have to, like, really, you have to do something with your life. Or, like, you have to be a this and this and this. When really, I mean, the thing is, like, all you have to do is exist. There's no... People just want you to do things for them. That's the real reason that gets spread around. I think I got lots of sleep. 9 hours. I can't sleep for longer than that most times. Unless I'm, like, sick. But I'm not really sick anymore. I'm much better than I was. Yeah, it's not like I could suddenly go back to living in the Stone Age. I know about diseases. You know what I mean? Like, just think about it that way. No, that didn't happen. That did not happen. I think we can all agree that did not happen. No. Why would I play Sonic Wave Infinity? You lied. Wasn't the last time. Kind of dilation. Thank you for the 5 more gifted. Very generous. I really appreciate it. It appeared that was not the last time. Am I still tired? Not really. I mean, I'm tired because I woke up recently. But that's just normal tired. That's not like the staying up for 40 hours tired. I'm streaming a bit earlier than I normally would after waking up, so I'm a bit sluggish, but who cares? I will unsluggish myself eventually. Yeah, sleep inertia tired, exactly. That's a really good way to put it, actually. I never thought about using such a phrase. I feel like it's more obvious than ever. A lot of people have mortals that entirely revolve around other people doing things for them so they can live better lives. You know what I mean? Like when billionaires start talking about how anyone could live on a minimum wage job and how the American dream isn't dead, all that sort of stuff. Like, I wonder why you of all people would be saying that. No, like, you know, no personal interest, right? I'm sure. Like, it's so obvious, I feel like, more so than ever nowadays. And then you got a whole group of people that think they can become that, so they start idolizing them and going like, you're right, they did, other people just don't get it. And it's really sad to watch. Y'all just cogs in the machine. Cat Annihilation, thank you for the sub. If there's a ban appeal, mods will... Okay, never mind. I started saying that and I immediately look over to see what Xerix is saying. I love that emoji. I've been spamming that as of late. The joy and sob emoji have gotten a lot of use from me lately, as any of my friends could tell you. It's just one of those things. Dude, I was on Twitter yesterday, and I remember there was a big I made a tweet about my block list or whatever, and in the replies some people were talking about something, and then like someone was talking about how they were unfairly banned from my stream even though I say that I don't ban people who I disagree with, and I look at their posts and they're all transphobic, and I'm just like, I wonder why you got banned. Like, that pisses me off so bad. I don't think transphobia is a political opinion, dude. I hate that sort of thing, because I try to be a welcoming space for anyone who I disagree with. But, like, at that point, it's like, I just don't care anymore. What do you mean? Why would we want to put up with you? You're just annoying. Like, it's not happening. But they're like, oh, you won't open your eyes and see the real truth. Well, the truth is you're banned. That's the truth that we can all agree on. So, it doesn't matter if what you say at that point. But yeah, whatever. Keep talking about how I'm not an open space. Like, I don't ban people if they disagree with me, but also a lot of people look at that and go, well, I can spread my hateful opinions now because you can't ban me because you disagree with me. Like, no, I can still ban you. What do you mean? I'm not like a legislator or anything. Also, I think being transphobic is not allowed. That's just like you can't like be racist. Well, you can be, but you can't like, you know what I mean? If you could take me in a movie, they would all look like McLovin. Exactly. It would all look like that dumbass picture. I wonder how many people rewatched 21 Jump Street in the past, like, 5 days. I was kind of thinking about it myself. I'm not even gonna lie. Like that. And if I even thought about it, then I'm sure people do. Thank you for the 500 bits cat dilation. I really appreciate it. Well, it is an opinion, just a really bad one. I mean, it's a really good... 21 Jump Street's a really good movie, to be fair. Hi, Aeon. Thanks. Look, I'm streaming before you go to bed by a large amount. I think I should win $1 million for that. Yes or no? What if it turns out to our eyes? Me and Minecraft have already talked about that long ago. And it will be handled if there's any problems like that. I think you have 5 more. Spoiler alert, it's not done. How did I leave? I think you have the 5 gifted. You're very generous. Jesus Christ. Dude, if Aeon gets good at, like, Promethean style stuff, or, like, on top of what he's already good at, you guys couldn't handle it, I don't think. Amen, though. Spread love. I can always appreciate that moral. It's something I try to do very often. Boogie's so cool. You're gonna like it. My philosophy basically boils down to, in the entirety of life, it's just one great big. We're like, I don't know. We're just some great machination of the universe in some ways. So I like to help other parts of the universe as a part of the universe that, for some reason, can know that they're a part of the universe. The best April Fool's jokes are the ones that, like, obviously it's like a joke, but it's just good. Like, that's the thing. A lot of people use April Fools to, like, be lazy. If you want to see a really good April Fool's video, watch Simple Flips' new video. Seriously, it's so good.
Especially if you've watched Simple Flips, like, in the past. Like, you need to watch the new one.
Yeah, like Nazgub's XO video. Like, it's not like the joke was that, oh, it's just, like, it was just good quality. Because even, like, an April Fool's video that's, like, a really good bait, that's good quality if you can genuinely make it, on that day, a good bait. Like, people just use it as an excuse to be comedically lazy. It's just, like, I think that's what pisses me off about it. I hate comedic laziness. Guy says who does nothing but say random things that people accidentally find funny. Okay. Thank you for the 5 more gifted. Jesus. April Fools, you weren't done. What if an April Fool's, like, what if, like, a trend of April Fools was to just give some random guy money? Like, that's just what you did. Like, that was the tradition. You were just like, oh yeah, that's what you do on April Fools. Well, thank you so much. I can't. That's a really good prank. I like that prank. Yes, dude, that'd be so funny. They should make a serious day where you can only be serious. Now that is something I can get behind. I want serious day. ABD99, thank you for the sub. Oh yeah, you're right. A&A, the king of seriousness. He was done. Thank you for the 5 more gift subs. Kind of dilation. April Serious. I would do April Serious right after April Fools, yeah. Bro, if, like, I actually got, like, a cancer diagnosis, and it was today, I wouldn't even tell you guys. I'm not joking. I would wait a day. There's no way I'm doing that. Why did he do it? I'm moving back because sometimes that part is just easier from start to port. Dude, Simple Flips' new video is so weird to me because literally yesterday, I think it was, I don't, my time gets a bit fuzzy when I think about before today now. But, Simple Flips is, okay, thank you for the 5 more gift subs. This is absurd. You've entered absurdism world. think that's going to happen. I don't think I can beat Edge of Destiny in 2 weeks. It's like one of those things, like... Well, thanks so much. $200? Unfortunately, money incentive can't change how fast I do something, I don't think. Ah, you say that, but my brain is a complicated organ. I guess any brain is a complicated organ. Actually, the most complicated thing in the entire universe. No wonder humans have such an ego. They have the most complex system we know about in our own head. No wonder some people are like, we must be the center of the universe. I don't think aliens exist. I think they have to, yeah. Based off of probability. I wonder if other life is even stuff we can detect. Two-minute timer. That's like the exact time of the level. Actually, the minute's 2 minutes and 7 seconds, so I can't do it. Based off what probability? I don't know what exactly, but like... It has to. It's one of those things. But also, no guarantee that life is even something we can detect in other places. Like, our life is carbon-based that exists on this specific wavelength of visibility. Maybe it doesn't even work like that for other forms of life. Honestly, I think we should relax with it. I think we should not try to contact other life forces out there. Because, in my opinion, what that's gonna do is it's going to make the great alien civilization that's killed the last 500 civilizations that have spoken up find us and then kill us all. Yeah, it just seems like a bad idea. I hate that cloak. I can believe that no one talks to us because we're too stupid. I can believe that one for sure. Especially for how many billions of years the universe has already existed. Right, yeah, that's how I see it. 41, I believe. It's just like... The way I see it, it's like... The entirety of humanity is just like that one party kid that really hasn't done any sort of self-reflection, that everyone's just kind of like, probably shouldn't really interact with them in any way that's serious, you know what I mean? Because they need to figure themselves out first. That's probably what they see when they look at us. We all know that one guy. Like, we just see him and we're like, you need to relax a little, though. Okay. Thank you for the 10 gift subs, Catadilation. Blue people going crazy over this one. That's insane. Thank you so much. This run is for you. I won't mess up, I swear. Okay, well. Yeah, imagine watching that and actually being named Ethan. I'm the best ever, guys. Objections? Any objections? Damn, that is crazy, though. Damn, that's crazy, though. Back to back like that? Dude, that's crazy, though. That's so good. Damn, that's crazy. What? Wow. That's insane. What am I doing? What? What? Dude, that was actually wild. That was wild. That's three attempts. Okay, cool. I'm moving on. That was actually an insane consistency moment right there. The average tech stream in 2020, dude. Like, how, like, what? I don't understand. That is crazy, though. Like, what the hell, man? That's why watching Tech was just so fun, dude. Like, he just never failed, ever. It was just like... That reminds me of when, like, Xenoscar dumped, like, 150 and then, like, subscribed himself, like, 3 days later. I think I was playing Belloc. For some reason, I think I know why. And my brain decided for 3 attempts I was gonna be him. I'm really doing well today. I'm happy. How did I like to the gift sub? Yeah. Sir Himothy III became me. The thing about my eyesight is, like, yeah, I'd probably be better if my eyesight was, like, actually not like this. But the thing is, like, it's one of those things where it's like, you remember, it's like when, like, someone's, like, really good at mobile and everyone's like, oh, they'd be the best player by so much if they were on a computer. The thing is, like, the human brain is really good at adapting. So even though my situation is, like, maybe a lot worse It's like the brain finds a way, man. To like I can't keep up obviously, but I can get stuff done. It's really interesting that it works that way. You can do it in 2 clicks, I guess, if you want to. I hate some humans. I wish I could say I don't hate anyone, but there's no way I can do that. There's some people I can't. Like, especially when it comes to stuff like pedophilia. Like, I understand that everyone has different life situations, and they have their own battles they've fought, and they may not be where they truly want to be yet, but there's just some stuff that I can't forgive. I support everyone trying to find their truth, but at some point you ruin someone else's life so hard that it's just like, we're done, you know, it's over. It's kind of an extreme example. Well, I'm saying, because I don't hate many people like hate. A lot of people, when I use the word hate, I don't really mean hate. Like, a lot of the time, like, if I'm saying that in private to, like, some kid I find annoying, I don't actually hate them, for instance. They're just a kid I find annoying that will mature and grow and all that sort of stuff. But there's a point where it's like,
relate to a lot of people in here. You might be one of us.
Our kind. I don't know what kind of people we are, but we exist. Not really an echo chamber, but it's just like sometimes a lot of like-minded people appear in the same spot. This is kind of how it goes sometimes. Yeah, everyone's a kid at some point. That's the thing. Yeah. I will never have hate in my heart for people that never take their anger out or situation out on other people. And even the people who do, a lot of the time, they figure that out and they try to make things right. Right. There's a lot of people I don't like. Oh my god, that list is a very long list. But that's not hating them. I did hate the Kool-Aid, man. Yeah, hate's a stronger word than people make it out to be, I feel like. The one thing I I get confused. Like, I've received, like, death threats before, like, actual death threats, not just, like, someone on the internet saying, you should, like, actual, like, death threats. I've always wondered, like, what's going on in their brains. You know what I mean? That's always the one that's, like, made me, like, wow. Because, like, I don't... Not that I could really ever perceive myself, but I don't know what I would have ever done to ever get anyone to want me legitimately dead. And it just makes me very curious as to what their brain chemistry is doing. I've always wanted to know that. Yeah, 240 to 360 is a very big difference. This part would be so much harder on 240. Yeah, I think a lot of them, if like they went through with it and everything and I actually died, they wouldn't be as happy as they think they would be. But their brain is telling them they would be. Jealousy is a big motivator, yeah. I'll say this though, jealousy is definitely something you can overcome. Is it one of the 6, 7 deadly sins or whatever? I don't remember what they are. What the things are, because some of them are never gonna be. Some of them are just human nature, but others of them you can avoid. Envy, yeah, that one. You can't beat gluttony. You can't beat gluttony. Like, it's one of those, that's one of those ones, you know what I mean? Damn. Almost. Gluttony is one of those where your brain is just programmed to like fattier foods. That's just how it is. It just does, man. What are they again? What are the 7 ones? That'd have been a good run, yeah. Is pride a sin? I feel like that's wrong. Like, ego is a sin. I guess that's what they mean when they say, well, it's not, I mean, sin is a religious word. I more just mean, like, generally considered bad. I don't think there's anything wrong with being proud of the things that you are and have done. Again, it just matters. It just, in fact, I think it's very healthy and helps you really get to know yourself and what you're good at and bad at, and push harder for a lot of the things you want. once you really understand what you're good and bad at and you're proud of the things you do. I think that's a very healthy part of a normal human psyche. But narcissism, yeah, when you actually think that you're better than other people and that you deserve more than other people, that's a different story entirely. Or you would put someone else down. Damn you! Alright, let's do it. Good job thus far, me. See, that's what I mean. Like, I have pride for what I've done today thus far. Is that a bad thing? I don't think so. What are the other ones? Hold on. I need to find the other ones. I'm curious. Canada, let's leave a sub. Wrath. What the hell does wrath mean? Like real big anger, sloth. I think I mean the sin is a wrong word. I think the greed is bad. I think the greed is very bad. That one's a bad one. Because it wouldn't even make you happy in the end. You just think it will. Greed is just genuinely just a bad one. The thing with, like, sloth is just, like, it's just kind of, I don't know. I don't know many people that are genuinely lazy. That's the thing. I don't know many people. A lot of people say they're lazy. Even I say I'm, like, lazy. But, like, a lot of us are just unmotivated. I feel like it's different. If something's not motivating you, it's hard to do it. But a lot of us have things that do motivate us. I never inconvenience myself to save money. I can't do it. Like if that would be is like if I didn't eat properly. Like I spend a decent amount of money on eating properly, and I think that's important to me. That's mostly what I spend money on. I spend money on rent and money. Nope, I didn't say that. Rent and food. Thank you for the 500 bits. What a dilation. I have not. I was just thinking about anime because of ReZero. Fun fact. Because, you know. I spend money on money. That sounds like some, like, alpha male video advice. Yeah, I don't buy snacks because snacks don't make me feel any better. Although I do have a giant bag of, Pirate's booty over there, but that's for dinner mostly. Sometimes I don't eat enough for dinner. I like to eat all my food that I eat in a day in like 3 meals, 2 to 3 meals. When I snack, I don't get it like an energy boost. It doesn't help me. Steins Gate. You need to watch Steins Gate. Steins Gate's a banger.
Bet.
I know I get really tired after 8 usually, yeah. Which is why I don't like snacking either. It feels like I just have less energy. But then if you eat like the big meals, then obviously you lose energy, but then when you're not eating, you gain a lot of energy. I've not watched Chainsaw Man. I haven't watched much of anything recently. I have watched a lot. But not recently. I need to watch Monster, because Eli just keeps going on about how good it is, and I'm just like, I need to see it. He was right the last time. The last time he was like, you really need to watch something. I mean, he's always right, to be fair. Like, never has he ever recommended an anime and it's bad. Which, I mean, I know that. But sometimes I just get, like, involved with other stuff. Like, the last show, he was really adamant about me watching Gurren Lagann. What a great idea. That was such a good show. This level's awesome, yeah. ReZero is kind of like... The second season is good. I'll give it that. I don't like the first season that much. Rare. That's like such a rare sentence to say when the second season is like, give it the first season sucks. I very much doubt this is going to be placed above Oblivion, I feel like. But not many people play this, so I don't know. But I doubt this is like top 10. I'm not him. I've gotten too consistent too quickly at some of these parts for it to be top 10. That's how you know, like when something's like that. Although, I don't know. But I doubt I got that much better. I've tried to fix the Discord link thing like multiple times and it never works for some reason. I don't... Deimos is meant to be harder than Bloodlust, which I guess is what you meant. Well, no, I don't think that was true either. Was it? I can't remember what I was trying to make it harder than. That was Keynotes I was trying to make harder than Bloodlust. Deimos didn't... I wasn't trying to do anything with Deimos. I was just beating it, right? Oh, I didn't edit that level at all. Yeah, both Tartarus and the Golden. I never liked either of those two levels. Maybe the Golden's good, I just can't really see it very well. It's very dim. Yeah, I think the sync of the gameplay with the song is definitely the best part about it. For sure. Dun, 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 dun. How do I feel about Banshee? I still think it's an April Fool's joke or something. I don't know what it is, but it's not that. It's so good. It's so good. It's so ridiculously good. Like, I don't know. Something spleening? Only you would say that. I don't think another human alive could say that. I mean, this first part's still so hard. That's the thing. Like, in terms of stuff getting consistent, this first part did not. Ever. Yeah, I agree. I think they should just put Club Step at the #1 spot and then accept every record that comes in for it. Have I been fooled today? You can't be fooled if you're not looking at anything, which I was not. That sucks. Mine is Lit Fuse, I think, is still my favorite level. Silly thing with 100 bits. Is it exponential functions should be considered legal? That's not a real sentence. That's one of those non-responsive ones. Your favorite level's in the top 20? Well, then you're automatically wrong, whatever it is. There's no way. It can either only be Limbo. I guess Limbo is a fair favorite level, if that's what it is. Otherwise, I don't know. Yeah. Like, there's no way, yeah. If it's not Limbo, whatever it is... yeah, actually, no, Verdant's fair. Verdant's really cool. Is that even... That's in the top 20? Is that... No, it's not. Getting closer. Morning, Luigi. Dude, I don't know what it is about my sense of humor that's so messed up. Like, Simple's new video made me laugh out loud multiple random times. Like, that's when you know you're just really off the deep end in terms of what you find funny. I'm good. Nebby, thank you for this stuff. What's up? That's pretty awesome. Stakes were high. I get it. Look, I know you've been subbing for 13 months, but you are banned, so. He's just really funny, yeah. We just aren't far off in terms of, like... But I don't know, it's like everyone has, like, a range of things they find funny. And Simples and I are very, very, very close. I am not extremely easy to make laugh, but for some reason the stuff, and it's just like the stuff I laugh at is so nothing. It's so like I don't even know what it is about it. I guess that's what the thing about humor is. Like, it's hard to sometimes identify what it is that makes it so goddamn funny. It just simply happens that way. I never got the perfectly cut laughing gene. Thanks for the 200 bits, Pepicas. I also hate allergies. I don't know why my allergies are so chill today. I don't know what I did. I think, you want to know what I think it is? I think it's the, you count another thing. Think of the 1,000 bits. If you try lock within 19 attempts, I'll give 10 subs. I believe that. I believe you, but I'm still not going over there. I really don't want to play Deathwatch. I thought about it, and I was like, I don't feel like dying to the last UFO. Because I forget how to do it. Oh, but then I have to, like... I want to play Enter Destiny right now. There's no way I'm going over there. I'm in the mood. Dude, it's so good. I still can't believe that the vivid dream I had Simple in it. And he was making a video in it. Like, that's so dumb. And that was yesterday. And then this video gets uploaded to it. Like, that's so stupid. Why is there a jump indicator? I don't know why there are jump indicators anywhere in here. Actually, I guess we're just the visual effect. Now it's all I'm looking at. Anyone else have that happen to them? That is all I'm currently focusing on, is the jump indicators. It's making it so I can't. I need to go. It's making it so I can't play this level. Beat a practice front of club stuff. We'll give 10 subs. I'm not closing the level for any monetary value. Probably. Thank you for the 600 bits though. I'll touch that. Jump indicators. You already messed up though, because in my brain I'm like, well, I already got a bunch of subs today, so I don't even have to even a little bit care about that. So I should just keep playing the one I want to play right now. Because in my head, you've already given me dinner for, like, a long time. So I'm like, well, we can just chill now. Like, I don't need to... I have done that exact thing before. Bitch, I've literally done that before. Maybe not at the exact same time, but I've 100% just, like, been lying in bed. And then I'll just be like, but what are all of them? Okay. 35% is not impossible. Maybe. I think they're 500 bits, by the way. Sleeping is hard because sometimes my brain will be like, it'll just want to know something. And I have to search it up on my phone box. Man, I really want to get past the first part. I think I could actually have a really decent day if I could do that. Yeah, I know what you mean. Class on a hard chair in a well-lit room, I fall asleep, but in a cozy bed at night, I can't do it. So... unless I take the sleeping pills. Dude, I was out in maybe 5 minutes. It was so funny. Like, I closed my eyes and immediately started having the I'm about to sleep visuals. I was like, oh, shortcut? What the hell? Why can't that just happen every single time? It was a challenge. It was not easy. My body wanted to... I'm surprised I wasn't micro-sleeping at that point. My brain was like, we're streaming, no micro-sleeping. I wish I could just go for a walk today, honestly. It's such a beautiful day outside, but I can't. Not during April. This guy tried to take a walk during April. Damn. Yeah, it's like, what? The world if I could take a walk during April. 30-mile-per-hour wind and neighbors want to have a bonfire. Wow. I would go. Me personally. Like, I just want to know what that... Sometimes the situation is so intense, they just want to experience it. Oh yeah, the one day you're like, don't go outside, and then I tried it and it was like a hurricane. I'm getting to 35 this attempt, guys. Who's excited? Damn it, it's always that part. Congratulations, thank you for the 5 gifted. I did not get to 35 that attempt. Why can't I do it from here? Oh my god. Please align. Mitch, you missed it, but earlier from 36, I got to the swing copter 3 attempts in a row from 36. It was awesome, dude. I felt like tech. It's so awesome, I'm telling you about it right now. So I'm like, I just want to get there. You know what I mean? Like, I really want to get there. Damn. So I'm really thirsty to get to 36. You know, I'm like, I need it. But unfortunately, it's one of those things where you're really good at that part, but then, you know, it has to balance that out by making it worse at the first half. Because, I don't know. Why is the notification message a smiley face? Because I was happy, and I am happy. My body's not 100% sure what's going on, so it's still a little cranky, but like, compared to everything before this is like, awesome. You got a train thing.
My hardest is Oblivion by Benji and more.
That's my hardest. It's like I believe I can actually say that. Yo, Cananelli, thank you for the 5 more gifted. You have done a lot this stream. Thank you. Man, I really don't want this one of those days where I can't get anyone from the beginning, even though I'm really good at the other stuff. You know what I mean? But it looks to be one of those days. I hate when that happens, but sometimes it does. Exactly, it was appreciated. What is my top gift or thing reset every month? I don't know. I just don't like doing it that way. My bits thing does every month, though, I think. Is my bits every month, or is it not? I can't remember. Am I still under bridge? Yeah, I played it for maybe, I don't know how many hours yesterday. A lot. Here's the thing, by the way. I went on a long thought train that finally came to this conclusion. Even if I got like a lot of money, I don't know if I'd spend it on a new computer. Even though I really should. I don't like to get new things until the old thing's broken. I don't know. And it's not completely broken yet. This computer still works. And one day the day will come, and then I'll be like, sorry guys, can't stream for 2 weeks because this is the new issue I have to deal with, but we're not there yet, so it's like. That stupid ass spike, dude. I don't know why I'm calling it stupid. Like, I don't know what I mean, but. I just hate getting a new computer. Like, a lot of people really enjoy that process, but I don't want to have to deal with it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to have to deal with getting a new computer and setting all of it up and blah, 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 blah. Like, oh my god. I don't want to do it. I know my recording and streaming quality sucks, but am I just being selfish at this point? I have no idea. I have no idea what to classify this situation as. Some people really enjoy that. Like, people that I know really enjoy that. That are always replacing and setting things up and all that. I kind of take the grandpa approach here. Like, it's not broke, so I'm not fixing it. I don't want to have to deal with it. Alright, pass the wave now. You were so close! Sorry. Okay, bye. Thank you. Does anyone know why the music is quieter sometimes the first attempt or just straight up muted? Our position switcher. Perchance. Fade. How G's is a twisting arrow? I guess. I like G, it's a good one. Did anyone see the Daily Dose of Internet video recently where it showed like the ancient numbers that our numbers are currently based off of? And they pretty much look like our numbers, but The reason they were called what they were is because each number had the amount of angles that it represents in it. I thought that was so cool. Like, ridiculously cool. I got my mind blown by that video. I was just like, wow. Like... It all makes so much sense. Like I'm literally visualizing the numbers in my head and the amount of angles I have, and it all just it's just so cool. The numbers are one of the coolest things we got, I think. Get to the part. An infinite number of whole numbers or an infinite number of decimal numbers? Same amount. Assigning value to how many things there are is a finite system. Infinite works completely outside of that system. Yeah, because you can just assign more digits. But is infinity a place you can actually reach by counting up ever? I know you can like reach Aleph Null, but is that an infinity? But it's like, yeah, can you count up until you reach it? No problem. Z3LD4, think of it as a sub. But yeah, there's no, like, yeah, exactly. There's no number that comes directly before infinity. But is there technically then more... Okay, so like the thing is, if there's no number before infinity, then infinity can't exist in the same plane of existence as finite numbers. Therefore, does it matter if like, if you include decimal places or not, even if there's an infinite amount of them? Is there technically more in that set? If there's no number before it, then it doesn't matter, I don't think. Infinity is an expression, not a number. Yeah. I mean, there's infinity everywhere, technically. But only in, like... Infinity's only theoretical. There's nowhere in nature we'd find infinity, right? Like, even if you were to write out the amount of decimal places something would have, you would still run out of places to store said data, right? Right, I guess we don't know if outer space is infinite. But we'll never, infinity can't exist in the finite universe, because you could literally represent the data of every decimal place using every single, like atom in the entire universe. Like, every quark in the entire universe could represent a single number, and that's still, you can still technically, like, put one more digit on there, like, and it would still exist, but you can't store it in the universe. So nothing can be infinite. The problem is, like, what's outside the observable universe? What the hell? How does that work? What if we're living in a gigantic game of Mario 64 and the parallel universe theory works like parallel universes in Mario 64 where it's just a gigantic grid of universes? I need to get water. I've been out for a long time, long time. Instead of the Jumbo, what's up, man? Thanks for the sub. Yeah, so Peach's Castle is the center of all of this. No, that Saw is such a problem, Saw. No, these headphones are wireless. Oh my god, World of Goo! Guys, who's played World of Goo? Yeah, exactly. The first attempt when you come back is always so good. It's just like... But why? Like, why it be like that, though? That's something I just cannot understand. If I ever did a Roulette 2, it would have to be like in many, many years. I think. I don't even know if I'll play the game long enough to want to do a Roulette 2. Damn, dude. You gotta click that really late, but if you click late enough... The problem is it just feels like there's many more content options to explore before Roulette 2. That just kind of seems like a sellout. Not a sellout necessarily, but just like, okay, dude, Roulette 2 seems to run out of ideas, haven't you? And it's doing the exact same thing again. Which is fair. I don't even really want to do it at this point at all. But I can't guarantee how I'll feel in like 5 years if I'm still actively playing, but I don't know why I would be. I don't think I'll be still playing in 5 years because of 2.2 probably, if I had to guess. Things might just be too different. Dude, that is the, like, the most useful feature Twitch has ever added. Like, first message. I mean, like first time chat messages. Like, it adds so much. The way to visualize how I'm thinking about 2.2 is just like... It'd be like if NASA came on the air and was like, we have the most important event of all time to announce at some random point in time that we'll do it sometime. Like, that's it. That's all NASA said. And then they just left it at that. Like, that's how I feel about it. It's just like it could be the end of everything, or it could be like, we found aliens and we were now trading with them, and it's insane. Like, I don't, it could just literally, like, it's just what you just look at and you're like, well, okay, so I guess there's this extremely impactful event coming at some random point that I don't know about, so guess I can't, I don't know what to do about that. Yeah, it'd be cool if there was like a build up to it, but it's just gonna be like out one day, and we all know it. I'm playing from 0 to start position copy because I don't feel like going all the way over to the other. Does this make it not acceptable in the list? Because it still updates my percentage when I die and all that. Like, I have 40. Oh, okay. Oh, I actually jumped into the ULDM. Didn't even notice that I did that. Yeah, 10 years since GD release. That's crazy. And like not that long of a time frame. Damn. I do really like this level, yeah. This level's flames. Yeah, 2013 to now is not 10 years in my brain. It's like 7. Like not 10. I hope this version's the same as the version on the servers. I don't know why. Any difference wouldn't matter, probably. I don't think it's, like, anything like that. Yeah, you gotta wonder if, yeah, like, Gen X was talking about, like 1983 does not feel like 10 years ago. When like, 1993 was I'm sure they did, yeah. Although maybe they did because of how fast things were advancing. Like, things are advancing fast now, but back then, they went from, like, black and white TVs in the 60s to, like, cell phones in the 90s. Like, that is crazy. The jump there, like, every 10 years was violently different from one another. Like, to the point where day-to-day life was violently changing. I wouldn't say that happened from, like, 2013 to now, unless you guys disagree with me on that point. But it really doesn't feel like that much of a, like, insane leap. No, man, this has been really annoying so far today because I've been doing so well but so bad at the same time. The dichotomy. Yeah, this generation is gonna go through life faster because of TikTok for sure. Human beings aren't bored anymore. We need to be bored again. So time passes at a normal rate. Too much stimulation. We weren't meant for that. For real. Yeah, boring is an important emotion that people have kind of discarded. It's something that I embrace. This is so annoying today. It's just like I really want to get like somewhere. I think that's why I'm not doing anything, because like I really want it this time, and that's when it doesn't happen. Yeah. I mean, I'm already noticing that. 2023 has been flying by as a 20-year-old. Compared to what it used to do. Like, the difference between winter and spring break was, like, so far apart. But now it's like, we're in April! Dude, getting older is really funny. You see a lot of stuff in a completely different way than you used to. Like, I remember when I finally convinced my mom to let me play video games on weekdays, I was like, I looked back and thought I was like a super mega boss for getting that done. Yo, Zentrus, thanks for the raid. I looked back at that and my brain was like, damn, I was so good for that. But I really am realizing my mom was just waiting for me to have a emotionally mature enough conversation to allow me to do it. That's all it was. And then I did that, and then the the lock was opened. But back then you're like, I was never gonna get it unless I did that. You know what I mean? God damn. It's crazy how fast fun things go. Like, literally, I've been streaming for almost 2 hours. Like, it's so stupid. But then, like, it's felt like maybe the length of half of, like, a class in high school would feel like. It's also just getting that freedom to do what you want to do makes time pass quicker. Because you're doing things that you want to do. You know what I mean? As opposed to having to do things all the time. You have to do this, you have to do this. Once you stop having to do things, you start having fun. And then it's like, oh, time is passing really fast because I'm actually having fun now. I tried to click so... Yeah, I know what you mean, for sure. Sparkling's really cool. I haven't like 2 runs from a while back. I had fun with it. I always got yelled at whenever I tried to do my homework in class. I was like the last age before everyone had laptops all the time. So a lot of my homework was on paper. And I wasn't really allowed to ever do that in class. Until I got older, in which case I became a machine. They're doing SATs on computers now? I would fail, dude. I can't do that. That sounds ridiculous to me. This is how old people feel. This is exactly how old people feel. The emotion that I'm currently experiencing right now is exactly how old people feel all the time. That can't, like, it's just like one of those things where it's like, technically it's not bad, but like my brain is like, that's the worst thing that anyone has ever done, is doing SATs on a computer. Like, no. No. The problem with working ahead for me is I'll do it and then I'll have like 2 weeks where I don't have to do anything. And then my brain gets used to not doing anything. So then when I have to start actually doing the work again, I get really lazy and don't do it for a while because my brain's like, well, we weren't doing anything before. I like to keep it balanced, honestly. Because if your brain gets used to anything, it's just like over. Ugh, I never took the SAT. But I took the ACT. I am gonna start streaming Strawberry Jam again soon. Just let me, like... These next few days are gonna be a little hard, just because my sleep schedule, now that it's like this, you know, when you fix your sleep schedule, like, you have a few days where you're just kind of groggy the whole day, because your brain's like, we don't know what's going on anymore, and then it's like a whole thing, and then... Once I really get back into this routine of waking up at like noon and everything like that, or around there. No! Aw, man. Finally, I got somewhere. But also, damn you! Really hard click. So close. This wave is really not easy for me today for some reason. For some reason I just like get this cube today. I'm like, yeah, I get it. It's so dumb. It just happens sometimes, man. I like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, so I'm trying to eat more healthy breakfast because sugar just doesn't sustain you for very long. Eggs are really good for breakfast, yeah. Prismatic is cool, yeah. Fruit, think of it the sub, appreciate it. Yeah, eggs just taste so good, but why? I don't know. It's one of those things where they just do. Taste is such a crazy concept if you really think about it. Like, how do these systems develop this way, man? They're just so fascinating. What? I don't know. I didn't know about that. Soybean soap bunch of taste as well. Yeah, I feel like I don't get to experience it that much because my sense of smell is over, unfortunately. But like, I think it makes for some weird interactions because a lot of foods that people are like, oh, it smells so bad, but it tastes so good. They only taste really good for me, so I have a really good relationship with some of them. Some of these foods that maybe some other people are like, oh, it's got to overpower through the smell. That's not a thing. If it tastes good, it tastes good. Mashed potatoes is one of those foods. Really? Do mashed potatoes smell bad? A lot of foods that have a smell, I had no idea. Isn't the taste impacted by the smell? Yeah, they work together to feed your brain the input of what you're eating. I think it's like I've just been doing this for a long time. 'Tis the thing. It just takes practice. What happened to my taste? My taste works. My sense of smell just doesn't. I have a deviated septum. And I'm also just really congested all the time, so it's just like, not much gets through. I have a friend who likes to smell gasoline. I do not. Nope. And he spent 385 days of tea, coffee, and his own body fat. What? Really? Why though? I don't have a I don't have a sense of smell. I just had deviated septum and really congested. I can't smell much of anything. The only things I can smell are like really strong gases. Like I can but even then I can only tell that there's something there. I couldn't quantify it. I can smell cigarette smoke and it smells like ass. When I was a kid, when I saw someone like smoking like a cigarette, I was biking and I had to bike through it, I would just hold my breath. I was like, this is the danger zone. If you breathe anything in, you will get cancer instantly. That's what my brain told me. And I've been treated at like Hazy Maze Cave, like the green area. Like I would slowly lose HP if I smelled any of that. But to be fair, secondhand smoke, really bad for you, so yeah. I wasn't completely far off. I was like 19 years old when I found out bananas had a smell, by the way. I was so shocked. Because I can't smell it. But it's like... Smoking in general is overtime damage. Do you think if people had a circle above their head that dictated how much health they had and they smoked and it went down, they'd stop doing it? What's the real equivalent of taking 1 heart of damage? I'd say like falling from a height of like more than like 6 feet. That feels like I took 1 heart of damage when like the wind gets knocked out of me or something like that. I don't think water has a smell. For those who are curious, by the way, these things, sight, smell, taste, touch, they're obviously not objective ways to quantify reality, but they're called qualia. That's what they're called. If you ever need a word for them in a conversation. Because obviously objects don't actually display any of these properties. They're just a bunch of chemicals. A bunch of chemical compounds stuck together. That's how we interpret them. That's pretty cool. If you think about it, we are living in a simulation because our brain's simulating it all. Well, not that, like, obviously when I touch this thing on the, I touch a desk, I am touching a desk. My form is touching a desk. But like, the way that I'm actually seeing it is just how my brain is interpreting all of the situation, how I'm feeling it, all that sort of stuff. A lot of people, actually, never mind, let's focus now. Damn it. A lot of people act like knowing that your brain is simulating everything is like, Oh, you'll go insane if you realize that. Don't realize that. Look, I don't go insane because I know that the screen I'm watching in GD is a bunch of pixels moving. Do you guys? Like, if I tell you, oh, guys, this is just a bunch of pixels, do you go, oh my god, oh, let's go insane now? No. It doesn't change what I'm doing. Yeah, like, I don't know. Like, at least that doesn't make me go insane. I don't know. Literally, it's exactly like you guys watch me right now. Like, you don't see me, you see a depiction of me based off of a bunch of pixels moving. And yet you know that I exist and I am here, and that it's an accurate representation of what you're seeing. That's exactly what our brains are doing. It's a literal perfect analogy. I actually really like that analogy. That was a good one. Good, good, good. Yeah, we are really just a bunch of atoms. We're like, what, 8 octillion atoms or something. I looked it up once. Atoms are just like pixels, yeah. You put a bunch of them together, you don't notice that it's made out of a bunch of pixels. Like, it's not like I can even see the... I can't even see the envelope. Like, can I? If I look really hard, I can, but barely. But just imagine that, but like 1 billion times smaller. Like, you're not gonna notice each individual. Like, it's... Yep. 7 octillion atoms. Okay, I was wrong with the 8 one. Although, we're all wrong, because there's no way we know the actual number. It's crazy how many systems there are in this whole life thing. Like, everything we do benefits some other random organism somewhere. Like, we shed dead skin all the time, and then there's like 1 billion dust mites everywhere that are eat all of it up for us. Yeah, exactly. That's the most useful symbol in all of everything. How many times am I at? Like, 1 million?
Yeah, 1 million.
Like, I didn't play that much. It just goes up. It just goes up, man. The number increases for what? Yeah, that symbol does so much heavy lifting. Like, it's crazy. That's a funny thing we take for granted sometimes. Like, I can just go, like, I can make a symbol that goes like this, and it just, like, says all of that information. Like, it that says, yeah, but we're not really sure. It's, like, around here. But it says all that with just, like, doing a little dance. What's up, Poltergeist? So far, yeah. I didn't have a whole lot of time to play it the last few days, so getting back into it now. I think it's crazy that, like, organisms had managed to find, like, energy in everything. Literally every single thing that a living thing makes, another organism can use for energy. Like, all these systems have been developed this way. It's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, life was just like, we exist now, and now we're gonna survive and grow and make more of us and more of us and more of us. We're just one big cancer. That's why we can't really get rid of cancer. Cancer's just us if we got a little too much with it. I mean, in essence, cancer is how all of us became anyway. It was just cells that thought they had a really good idea, and then they got crazy with it and came up with, like, new ideas to grow further and further and further. And the only reason that cancer is so bad to us is because those cells don't care about the whole picture. They just want themselves to grow and grow and grow and grow. Because that is life. Life mutates to grow in a new way, faster and faster, to survive and evolve and make more of it. Cancer is just another one of those that doesn't result in it a good thing happening. I don't... Is there an existing Blade of Justice remake? I think this is the only one. It's really good. Has it been a good science teacher ever? I had one once, but then they left before I got to chemistry. The best science teachers are the ones that are always just a little insane, but they make you want to know what they're gonna say next. I don't know what Maze of Justice is. Oh, cool. Sounds pretty awesome. Yes, exactly. The best science teachers care. They're like, this is awesome, and I'm gonna make you know why. Humanity might just wipe itself out. It depends. I don't know if, it just depends if people go nuclear. I think the biggest thing that could happen is just, like, any major conflict with China or Russia. Yeah, but to be fair, I feel like you can say that, but Yeah, it is. It is like everything does seem really fragile, but we're still closer during like the Cuban Missile Crisis, for instance, and that was a long time ago. It just kind of seems like one of those situations that if someone genuinely does use a nuke, they instantly become the enemy of everyone else. Whether or not they instantly say that or not. You know what I mean? Like, out of fear that that will happen to them, they'll probably all drop whatever they're doing to make that stop happening. That's my theory, anyway. Even countries that would say, "Oh no, we support the country that just set off that nuke," they'd probably instantly start talking to people behind their back to try to figure out some major plan to stop it all. There might just be too many of us by this point. You can't use a nuke that's gonna wipe out every living human being, so. That's my theory about it anyway. So I don't know if humanity's gonna wipe itself out that way. Like, yeah, it's just like... I don't know if China and Russia are gonna be, like, able to work together. Vortex, thank you for the sub. You know what I mean? It just doesn't seem like a relationship that's bound to go well. Yeah, I wish people could just get along. But it's not that simple for some reason. Yeah, Russia's not a communist state, is it? China is, but I don't think Russia is. And the USSR was, but I don't think that's how it is. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, it's really good. I love April Fools. Best time of the year. The problem is power makes the people insane, Atomics. That's the issue. You know what I mean? There's no way of telling if a person that seems completely normal instantly goes insane when they have the power of an entire country. Yeah, no, it was like the 90s, right? Nice! That's the best one ever! The best one ever. Look, the reason is, I think, in human beings a lot, when people have to learn to accept that their opinion isn't truth, there's usually some more powerful person or body that can show them that, right? What if you were the most powerful person, like, in the world, and your opinion was wrong, but no one could tell you that it was wrong? And if you have that big of an ego, you don't even bother trying to find out the truth for yourself. You're just that powerful, and no one can tell you otherwise, so it just keeps festering and growing and all that. That's why a lot of people that seem good and normal that maybe aren't so smart or well guided when they get into those positions. It's just like, lol. We can't get rid of power. There will always be inherent power differences. I mean, why do you think misogyny ever happened? Or racism? The most dangerous man is a man who has no one to lose. Nothing to lose. Like, literally the only reason racism ever happened is because the whites had more power at that time. The people in Europe had more power. They were more developed. And they realized that they could use that power to get the underdeveloped people to do what they wanted for free. And so they did for centuries. And it's still working on people. People still think that certain races are better than others because of those actions. Crazy to think about. Actually mind-blowing stuff. Yeah, it's crazy. Only in the super developed areas has that finally started to be dispelled.
No! What?
Damn it! Pass that part of the wave, dude. Oh. World of no. Man, that part is messing me up today. Yeah, that click is very rough. I've died there twice today, and that's why I don't have a new best, probably. Because I've been doing very good at the 40 cube, but if I can't get there, then who cares, right? Yeah, no cube attempts yet. Very frustrating. Yeah, craving power is rewarded in society, so it's like hard to get rid of it. Like, it's just, can I please get to the cube? Please, 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 please. I swear I could do good, guys. I just need to actually get there. That's the whole situation. Yeah. It's April fooling me. And yeah, we need leaders, not bosses. The problem is, like, For example, like, I think if someone like me were to get into a serious position of power, it wouldn't be that bad because I don't think that I would ever have my motives changed as such that would benefit me over others. But people like me don't get into positions of power. Because a lot of that is very ruthless getting into those positions, you know what I mean? No, we don't all think that way. I don't think so. I'm not trying to, like, say, like, whatever, but I think a lot of people in positions of power do not have good intentions anymore. I have more of a reason to believe that power wouldn't corrupt me than other people because as a content creator, I do not believe that my morals have been compromised, even though I've gotten to a position like that. I mean, I can't guarantee anything, nor can I reflect on myself, but I can say that I have always cared a lot about doing what I do for the right reasons, and I've always tried to keep... I've always wanted my friends to keep me accountable and stuff like that if I ever started to go off the rails, but I trust myself. I really do. I'm not in this for me. Yeah, that's the thing. That does just sound like I'm sugar man. Maybe I am sugar man here. I guess there's no way that anyone that could really believe... Maybe people that would be good in positions of power would never admit as such. Maybe I've already lost by ever saying that I would ever be decent at that. I'm not sure. But then again, that does prove the point. If that is the case, that people like that wouldn't get into situations of power because they don't try for it. Yeah, people, because, okay, the thing is, a lot of being a good, like, a more natural leader are people that know how to use other people's, what they want, and how to use their own charisma to get what they want. You know what I'm saying? They're more manipulative, yeah. Not human sect to have a sweet thing after finishing a meal. I think it's just a nice, like... You feel... I think the thing is when you have a sweet thing on, like, an empty stomach, it feels like ass. But when you have a sweet thing, right, is like... Because, like, it's a pyramid, right? The food pyramid. So if you build it like the pyramid wants you to, it feels really rewarding. Because you're like, we did it, guys. That's how the pyramid's supposed to be built. But if you start with the thing on the top of the pyramid, then it's bad. But I think if you just build the pyramid in the right way, then you really like it. That's why I always like to have ice cream. I don't like to have ice cream midday. It's always like the last thing I eat. Although I've had plenty of ice cream midday. I am a ice cream glutton. I don't watch as much anime as I used to because I've been busy doing things like playing this and then playing other stuff. Playing. God. One thing I really... I mean, the amount of things I miss about living in Ohio, you could make an endless list. But the fact that the major ice cream places were open until 10 p.m. was so good. Oh my god. Can you guys even imagine that now, dude? Places close so early. Actually, no, it was open until 11. It was literally open until 11 p.m. That's where you would go after school. That's where you would go to hang out with people. You'd go to the Graders. Or the Handles, or the Jennies, or... That was the place to be. Damn you. Oh my god, you have graders down there now? Why didn't they go this way, not that way? I hate you, graders. You needed to go the way that I went. Not the other way. Well, I guess it's not the other way. No, yeah, Ice Cream's been going down south a lot more lately. For sure. I don't know why. I think they should go this way where I am, but they don't do that. Same with, like, Canes. I've heard a lot of places like Canes in, I think it's because Ohio is more Midwestern than it is, like, areas like where I'm at right now in New York. Thanks for the 100 bits, broski. I be trying. Yeah, it's also hot in the south as opposed to here where it's cold a lot of the time. Brick wall video performed very well. I'm very happy about that video. My parents still think it's stupid. I guess it is kind of stupid. Damn. No, I haven't gotten a heat wave or a cold... Actually, no, the heat wave came. Never mind. I just don't get cold waves anymore. Yeah, I think I'm a mix of... I'm in a fun balance of, like, skill and personality. That makes me I mean that's what did it. That's what made me stand out, I guess. I'm very grateful and I'm very lucky that I found the thing that I am very good at. I think we all have things we're really good at. For me, it's just my specific mix of the way my brain was made and everything that allows me to be able to like play at a decently high level while also still being able to talk and stuff like that. I think everyone's good at it at something. They just need to find out what it is. That's definitely my thing. Well, okay, technically my thing is like stuff like math. I could have gone a very different way in life. It's funny, I watched a video about this math prodigy guy, and it was really interesting to, like, listen to, because our lives were, like, literally identical until the one part where, he had the conversation about how he was, like, advancing really fast, but then, and he just kept going, and his parents were worried it wasn't going to socially fit in, but he decided to prioritize his academics, and I kind of went the same way, but I decided to prioritize being a social, like, not completely socially illiterate. And I think that made the difference there. And it's really interesting to see. to me anyway. Yeah, I think I'm grateful. I don't think I would have been happy if I was one of those math prodigies that went to Harvard at 12 and then did all that. Honestly. I like, because I'm using my gifts in a way that feels much more creative. And I really like, the fact that I'm not even really socially awkward anymore is astounding to me. I'm really happy about it. I don't think I would have been happy if I wasn't able to find that in myself. One thing I think definitely a few people in here will be able to relate to about like when the autism prodigy child. I don't know how many of you fit that bill, but I remember every single story I've ever heard about that sort of stuff, and I'm sure a lot of you can relate because I think it happens a lot. It's like when you're young, you're just obsessed with numbers, and the colors with numbers, and the numbers and all that are everywhere. One of my first memories is it was in my grandparents' bathtub. I was taking a bath, and they introduced these foam letters to me. The foam letters and numbers. And it was like, here's the number 3, and it's red, and the number 4, and it's yellow. Those aren't the numbers that are associated with me. And it was just like these numbers, and you'd put these numbers and letters in these different combinations, and my brain was so into it, dude. It was crazy. It was like every number and letter, and it was just like, there's all these different foam numbers that I could play around with. I still have the foam. I got it as a Christmas gift one day. All the foam numbers that I used to play with, and they brought back a lot of memories, which is why I even remember about them at all, because I was really young, like 2 or 3. Like we're talking like, this is ancient. And I played with the numbers for a while, and then it was license plates, because those had numbers and letters, and my dad and mom would have to deal with me because I'd want to go outside to the parking lots and then just walk past the cars and read out the numbers and letters on the license plates. Like I was very much, and every single story that I've heard from one of those like insane prodigy math video people has like a story like that. It just makes me smile because, you know, it's like, even though I used to kind of live thinking I was the only one like that, and so when I found videos of people talking and they explain stories like that, it just makes me smile. It's just like, you know, no one's really alone in anything, you know? There's someone out there that gets it. And that always, I don't know, that put a smile on my face, I guess. Because I think a lot of people think, when they think of like the math prodigy, they think, oh, they must have had a really easy life because they just sailed through everything. It's just funny to me because, like, the reality is when you're born, like we've been born, you're so isolated from other people a lot of the time, especially in early life. And it's just like, it's just cool to know that you're not the only one. I'm just glad my parents listened to reason and didn't send me down the 12-year-old math prodigy pipeline thing. I'm very grateful because I didn't want that. If that was what I was entirely, I would not have been happy. am excited to get back into like math though at some point when I'm like well enough to go back to college. Because I kind of want to speedrun PhD. I might just like focus everything on that for a while at some point. Again, it's like one of those things, like, I don't really think it's ego to, like, acknowledge what the gifts you've been given, as long as you don't make it a part of you, and as long as you don't think you're better than others because of it. I just don't understand you can feel that you're better than other people for something you were simply born with. That's something I struggle with a lot. I don't do anything right now. I tried college a long time for 2 years, but I was just so physically and mentally unwell. Still am. I'm not that mentally unwell anymore, but physically I still have a long way to go. But that's one of the two things. Yeah, exactly. Same logic, man. Rich kids bullying poor kids. I never got that. I'm gonna give it another shot, yeah. I just need to get physically more well. Now, I was unfortunately given a really bad hand in terms of physical health. But I don't like thinking about unfairness, because that's not... What are you gonna do about it? I'm not owed anything because of it. I just am what I am. Yo, what's up, CD Music? I'm excited to develop that part of me again, though. Because I've kind of left... I spent a long time in my life developing that... like the very logical, like the math prodigy type version of me until I eventually started gathering some social skills. And then I've been spending mostly like the past few years really just like developing my, how do I even put it, like the part of me that isn't that, the human side, you know what I mean, like the emotional, all that sort of stuff like that. I neglected that part of me for so long while I was focusing on my math and academics and stuff like that. So I feel so good now mentally, really getting to know the emotional part of myself and to really develop that and to gain that emotional maturity and stuff like that. I've really enjoyed that, but I've also kind of neglected the logical math version of me also as a result. I'm excited to rekindle with that too, because that's a part of me just like this is. I've come a long way in terms of like emotional maturity. I'm really proud of myself. Still a long way to go, but I'm putting in the work and I just feel so much more human. It's awesome. Wow. Okay. That sucks. Yeah, I'm just so glad I did, because, like, in my opinion, one of the best things that you can do on this earth is just have a really human moment with someone. You know, just like some moment where you and another person, you just really get it. You know, you're just doing some experience, and you just like, you think about it for a second. You're like, this really is life right here. You know. I remember I really got that last year when me and a bunch of friends were sitting at a campfire and looking up at the stars. I felt like, damn, dude, like this is beyond words. What this is. This is life, right here. Like, I can be good at whatever goals I want to be at as I want, but if I'm not feeling this occasionally, then I'm not really getting everything, am I? Like that, and I didn't get that for so many years of my life. Like, for so many years of my life, I just thought all I needed to do was to grind out whatever goal I'm working on and get smarter and work harder and all that sort of stuff. But by neglecting that emotional part, there's so much I didn't get to see, and now that I'm seeing all of it and really feeling a lot of stuff, it's great. Yeah. Everything's just like mega. I feel emotions very strongly. And I can't hide anything. Like, when I'm upset, you know. Like, there's no, if I have never been able to successfully hide when I'm upset. That is not possible. The positives, like, I didn't think they could be that good until they were. If that makes any sense. Like, I've had experiences before that people were like, yeah, this is it, you're experiencing it, but I didn't really experience it. When I got the real thing, I realized that. When, like, I really had a genuine human connection with another person and had an experience like that. That's when I really understood that I got it. Because I went for many years thinking that I was getting it, but I didn't get it. Like, I lived a long time thinking I didn't need friends to, like, be fully fulfilled. And I don't need friends as much as, like, the average person. Like, obviously I have friends, I talk to them all the time. But the way that my brain is, the way that it works is, like, it doesn't need, it's not that I think that I'm better than it or anything like that. I just like to spend a lot of my time alone working on stuff. I'm just like that. But I thought for a long time that I didn't even need it, really, like, that sort of stuff. And I'm not really sure, like, I still might be fine if I didn't, but, like, I don't want to know that because it's just so much better with people. It's just so much better. It's just that simple. Life is just better when you're going through it with people that have the same goals and mindset as you. Like, that's what friendship is. It's not about agreeing with them on everything. I hate that people think that's what it is now. It's just people that also just want to experience life and enjoy it. That's a true friend right there. Damn. I gotta go to the bathroom. To the person that said they're pre-me and they don't really have any motivation to change that, I would think the same thing. Like, I mean, I listen to people say the stuff I'm saying right now and I roll my eyes like, yeah, I'm sure, dude, but just try to keep an open mind. There's so much beauty in the everything that I didn't even get to see until very recently. Yeah, I know. I was there. I've been there. It's harder when you feel fully whole by yourself. You're like, well, I don't need anything like that. But it's not about need. You know? I've not seen today's deal. You have to remember, for a lot of you guys, you're a lot younger than me, you know? I mean, I've had a lot of years to experience things, so don't feel bad if you haven't even gotten close to anything I'm talking about. Like, I only got it when I was like 19. I'm 20 now. I'm sure there's plenty of more things that I have no knowledge about that I'll know in like a few years. I'm gonna look back at this version of me and be like, that guy doesn't know. But also, that's something that I really love, you know? You change over time, you grow, you learn new things. I don't want to remain static. I want to continue to learn and grow and change, and to me, that's awesome. I mean, a lot does happen between when you're 17 to 20. But, I don't know. For me, I mean, the difference between 17 and 20 is like night and day. I mean, not in terms of... I think when people say when you change, a lot of people mean like personality, but that's not really what I mean. I don't think I'm that much different personality-wise. But it's just like the things you know and believe and the way you approach things. I used to be a lot more pessimistic about stuff back then, but it's not even like I feel like I'm lying to myself. It just feels like there's so much more good in the things that I used to hate than there used to be. I think that the difference between 17 to 20 to like 30 and 50 is like, the thing is like 17 to 20, the world forces you to change. You know, you get out of high school, you gotta make your own decisions. When you're 30 to 50, you have to be the one to decide whether or not you want to change. You have to be the one to put yourself in those uncomfortable situations and learn to grow. And that's something that I'm gonna work very hard to continue to do. Because I think that uncomfortableness and that sort of stuff has been the main factor to help me grow in the first place. Putting myself out there and trying new things that I might not be good at, and the pain and everything I've experienced has changed me. And I'm gonna continue to, like, yeah, it's safer maybe to not, but life isn't always about just being safe all the time. I want to take risks, and even if they don't go well, I think it will make me grow a lot. Yeah, it's scary, but it's really exciting, yeah. I don't want my life to stagnate. I mean, maybe that'll change at some point, but not now. A lot of people are just scared of taking that step, and that's completely fair. A lot of the stuff that I've been forced to do, if I wasn't forced to do it, would it happen? Probably not. But at least now I know that. I at least have that tool. Like, I can't eliminate that bias, but I can know that it's there and try to make decisions based off of it. I also try to listen to my friends a lot, you know, because I don't, you know, they could really have a lot of great insights for me that maybe I've been ignoring or rejecting because in my brain I'm like, they're bad, I won't do that. Well, not my friends, but like the ideas. Yeah, I remember when I was in high school, I used to think about what I would be like in the future, and it was just this black box that I couldn't see past, because that's how it is, really. When you're in high school, you have a very clear plan about what's going to happen, you know, in the next few years if you're just starting it, but at the end of it, you just don't know. And I have no idea what is going to happen in the next 2 years of my life, like, at all. But I'm more comfortable with that than I used to be, because I didn't know what I was going to be doing the last 2 years in 2020. And you know what? They kind of sucked. A lot of really bad things happened. But you know what? I like how I feel right now. I feel good. It's all about having that trust in yourself that you're gonna grow and you're gonna change and you're gonna... Yeah, I think it's better to not know what your future's gonna look like in a way, because then it's exciting and you're... I don't know. A lot of terrible, terrible, worst stuff ever has happened in the past 2 years. I've had some of the worst experiences in my life, but I've also had some of the best. And it was like, it's never the days you expect. Sometimes you expect a good thing to be like the best ever, and sometimes it's usually pretty good, but sometimes the real best things ever just happen. And I love that. Damn you, dude. 3 times to that goddamn click. That click doesn't want me to do anything today. I think it's a dangerous trap to fall into. I try not to like base my qualities based off of like other people's success in the same quality. Like, I get that I'm really smart at some stuff, but I don't say like smarter than others, most others. At like certain things, because then it kind of becomes part of my identity in a way. At least that's how I see it. I was on a streak of like 3 days where I didn't go super philosophical, and then it's over. It's just hard. I hyperfixate really hard on things, and right now it's just philosophical conversations. I just don't want you guys to think I have my head up my own ass, because I am trying very hard to avoid that. And I feel like the more of these conversations I have, the more it sounds like my head is up my own ass. Like, oh, look how smart I sound, but I swear it's not that. I just really like talking about that sort of stuff. It's just fascinating to me. This is not super unbalanced, no. It is super hard, but that is to be expected. That is going very well. I mean, it's not like... The only thing I really don't like that much is the one click on the wave. But, like, there's not many choke points. I don't care about balancing. I care about choke points. I don't get them. This level doesn't really have a lot of choke points, except for the one at, like, 35 or whatever percentage that is. I don't really like that click. Subblade's a wee bit annoying. Actually, the only other thing I don't like is also a saw blade in another wave in the one after the duel. This click is not a choke point. It's just not that hard. Like, I know you guys are probably looking at that thinking it's really hard, but it's just like, the way it's set up, it just doesn't. Cool. For some reason, it just works. You guys, I don't know, some levels just have these clicks that look really hard, and they probably technically are, but for some reason, they just don't be that bad. I don't know. It just doesn't happen. I don't even find those to be that much harder. I think it's just the way they're set up. Or maybe it is a really bad choke point. I can't really... I don't know. When I think choke point, I don't usually think like... I think the choke points that really make me think I don't like those are stuff that have like... that aren't easy to see visually. Like, the thing is with those blue orbs, I know why I die each time I die. I don't like choke points that are just like, they're really hard and also you don't really get what happens each time you die there. That's kind of why I feel that way about the two saw blades as opposed to those clicks at like 39 and 40. Because, especially with the second one, it's kind of hard to see for me when I'm going to approach that saw blade. Oh, my click's so off sync. Just try to refresh the stream. Maybe that'll help. I don't know. Because I don't think they should be. Yeah, exactly, Uncle Sam. Like, with the ones that are, like, visually kind of weird. Like, because, like, if you try to think about them too much, then you just completely mind block them and it's over. And then you get more and more upset at them. And it's just a really bad relationship that happens with that. So I don't really like choke points that are, like, visually... But, like, to a choke point that, like, every click in it makes sense and it, like... I don't hate those. Transition choke points suck, which it's the same issue. It's just like you can't really see visually what happens. Yeah, it's just about like how fair it feels. That's it. That's the thing right there. Because otherwise it's just like... Because if it's like... If you can tell that it's still you that died, you're not going to get that upset really because it's still you. If it like just feels like you didn't really get all the information you needed, but it is still technically in your control, you're more likely to get mad. You're just like... It just happens that way. At least I do. Yeah, I don't mind something being hard. Like I rarely complain about that part being too hard ever. I feel like I just complain when like a click is like unfair. I feel like for the most part. And everything feels rather fair in this level, opposed to a few things, so that's why the balancing Like, I think balancing is more just like a decision that the creator makes. And I'm not, there's some I like more than others, but I actually prefer this type of balancing, so I'm a little biased here. But normally I'm just kind of like, whatever happens, happens. So, the confidence level's fine. It's not hard or anything. It's very similar to Blade of Justice, yeah. My favorite type of balancing has always been beginning's pretty hard, middle's easy, so you have it, when you get there you really feel like you're doing something, and then the ending is like slightly harder, which is exactly what this is pretty much. So I am with it. Like, how many times have you heard me complain about this level? I don't do it. It's just really good. I'm having a good time. It's just really hard. I feel challenged in a way that is interesting to me. So, at least for me personally, the balancing, I'm cool with it. I like it a lot. I think it's good. Oh yeah, auto-scroller pre-drops are terrible. Like, if it really starts to get hard at like 30% and the first 20% is really easy, I just get so annoyed. Like, this level does not have that, which is something I love. Like, you get to, like, literally, it's gonna get real in, like, 5 seconds. Like, that's so cool to me. Like, we're gonna get to the wave, and then it's like, and then you actually have a chance to do something, and it's, like, really cool. I don't think this robot's bad. Well, the guy said it was harder and needs a verifier. What part? What, this in Tartarus? I mean, I haven't played Tartarus, so I don't know. But verifier opinions are not, like, more accurate than non-verifier. In fact, verifier opinions are usually discarded. Because they're usually wrong. Because that's just how it goes. For some reason. That's always kind of been the thing. Most famous example being the Matthew Diamond Splash, in which Spatial Rend was at its peak, number 2 on the demon list, and he thought it was like, his only input was it's harder than Arctic Arena, and he didn't even know anything about it, and was like, when it's placed at like 7, he was like, yeah, that's pretty fair, even though it was like supposed to be 5 spots higher. Yeah, both me and Matt have had the second hardest. I never really had the hardest verified level, though. Even though Zodiac was hack verified, because Crimson Planet was verified before then, also. But if Zodiac was never hack verified, then I would have had the hardest even before Crimson Planet was raided. But that doesn't make it the hardest. I've never had the hardest thing in the game. I'd really like it if Return Zero was, though. Crimson Planet. Back then, Crimson Planet was way harder than Deimos or Zodiac. I mean, yeah, Deimos and Zodiac. That was the situation. I always felt like there's always been a little thorn on my side with, like, because, like, Deimos on 144 was so hard, and then 240 not only allowed you to skip the hardest part, but it just made everything so much easier, and I was kind of like, damn. Because that was kind of my, like, kid neuroplasticity moment right there, doing Deimos in 2018 on 144. But that was, like, right when the community 240 heard its revolution thing, it just, like, exploded, and it was kind of over. I really do miss back when tech was like really big in the community, and I was kind of like this guy that was like cracking jokes and everything on his stream and everything. It was just a different time. Not that like I would want to necessarily go back, but it's just like, you know, it's just a thing I haven't gotten in a while. I didn't really have the responsibility of handling the stream or anything like that. Not that I minded. I mean, you see how long I can stream. I don't really, I like it. I like streaming a lot. But it was just an interesting time, you know, when I was just like hanging out. But it was like I was hanging out on Discord, but there was also like a giant screen to talk to also. But no one could see my screen either. It was kind of cool. It was a really fun dynamic for me. Especially because tech was really focused a lot of the time, especially in Sambron. It was like it was tech was a lot more focused on GD back then. So a lot of chatter actually kind of came down to me. So I had a lot of fun with it. I felt like I was helping. That's the thing. That's why I'm so, like, well, I don't know what the word is, but, like, I take big risks a lot when it comes to GD and, like, other, that sort of stuff, because it's worked so many times in the past that even if it stops working, like, 5 times in a row, I know it can work, so I should never stop. My favorite demos is definitely, the, Skelly demos. Yeah, tech was God then. Literally. No one was even close. Until, like, N-Switch came along. But before then, it was, like, Wuxi would have been maybe. Sunix maybe. But, like, tech was outplaying both of them in terms of how much he was actually playing. It just kind of felt like we were all living in his world, you know what I mean? And I enjoyed that world. I also miss tech in the community. He's just a really good guy. And it felt like everything he did was so important for some reason. Dude, Wave. Oh my god. I remember he beat Gamma and couldn't react immediately because he had a gum in his mouth he was chewing. Yeah, back before Wave meta. It was just like Wave was more annoying back then because you couldn't really accurately. I think it would have always been this way, probably, if it was like always 360. Because Wave was just kind of more annoying back then if you made it really hard because it was kind of, it kind of always didn't do what you expected. God, dude. Whoever leaked my phone number, well, obviously none of you guys, but like, whichever company I gave my phone number to for a reason I had to do it for, leaked my phone number needs to go. In my opinion. I just get spam called all the time now. Like, please. Wave doesn't even have to be uninteresting. People just make uninteresting waves, in my opinion. Like, wait, let me look at the pointer crate. I don't even think there's, like, that many levels. There's, like... Okay, Acheron's not a wave-based level. Slaughterhouse is. Kyuki isn't. Abyss of Darkness, sound close up. No, Cupid Circles, yeah. No, no, no. Yeah, no, yeah. No, yeah. No, no. Yeah, I mean, I'd say it's like 40%. That's still a decent amount, yeah. The hallucination's really good. Well, yeah, the challenge list is a very wave-based. For sure. That's kind of what it was originally, though, which is why it's like that, I think. No, I could not play the hallucination. No. Negative 85 billion% chance. It's just an unviewable mass for me. Yeah, this kind of uses every skill set. Like this hard waves. This is less wave based actually than most. It's a lot. I think it's more ship based than most actually. Also, like that ship's hard, and then you got this ship which is really hard, and then I guess that's it kind of, except for the ending. Better just timings though. And there's plenty of hard timing parts in Soul, like 40. And the UFO. The first robot. It kind of does test everything. I can't believe this. Yeah, I can't believe Blade of Justice is made in 2.0. Like, it's so good. I honestly hate a lot of newer gameplay today. Everything's so dynamic. Why? I don't think it has to be that way. Everything has to flow and move and bounce and everything. Just relax a little bit. I don't know. All the good gameplays yeah, a lot of good gameplay's already been made, but I think people can just reuse it a lot, you know? In interesting ways. You know what hasn't been made a lot? Levels that are very good representations of the song. Those are rare. Why do you think we still talk about Kermal's levels this much later? He got song usage down. Ah, damn. Alright, I think I need to be done. My eyes are killing me. I wish I could play GD for longer. When I was playing Oblivion, I'd have to, like, take a lot of breaks. I remember I used to play usually well, like when I was grinding it, I'd play it for like 12 hours, but like the thing is, like, in order to do that, I had to take a lot of breaks and I couldn't focus. Like, it's a lot easier when you're not talking also to play for that amount of time, because you can take good breaks. No, when I'm streaming, I don't really like doing that as much. I still think playing for 3 hours a day is still pretty good. It's not like I'm in like a mega rush to beat this either. Like, I don't need to cause myself any physical pain. Is Matt streaming? Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! I can't believe this. Well, obviously, is he playing in full detail? This guy? There's no way his computer's that good. I've been there. His computer's not that good. How is he doing this? Whatever. Alright. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry, I really did want to do better that day, but honestly, I think we're close to something big here. I think we're close to something big. I keep saying that, but it really feels like we're getting somewhere, so hopefully tomorrow we can, you know, make something happen. Thank you guys so much for watching. I had a great day. So yeah, I'll see you guys.